All right. Hey, everybody. We're live, and God, there's a lot of you here today. Well, thank you all for coming by. I know this is the conference that's most relevant to this channel. So Capcom's about to go live with their E3 showcase in 20 minutes. Or not 20 minutes, 10 minutes. 10 minutes from now. I'm already getting my math wrong. Yeah, so I guess we should start with the predictions, right? Right out the bat, I'm not expecting any Mega Man. No way in heck Mega Man is happening. Now, with that said, I hope I'm wrong. Please, please, for love of God, Capcom, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Please let me be wrong. But with that said, I'm predicting no Mega Man. Hype responsibly. I mean, I can get all into it. I guess we have time to get into it, but I did make a video about it a couple days ago. So, what's on the horizon for Mega Man? We got Rockman Tyson, which is the big one, which is supposed to be the mainline 2022 game coming to consoles and stuff. But we don't really know what it is or what it's about. But since it is 2022, it's hard to say if it'll actually show up. Capcom typically doesn't really do Mega Man announcements at E3. If Mega Man does make an appearance at E3, it's usually a game that's already been announced outside of E3. We saw that with Mega Man 11. They announced it in December, and then they came out with their release date announcement like a week before E3. And then you could play at the show floor. So there you go. What else is there? Well, we got a leak about how Capcom is apparently playing around with the source code for the Misadventures of Chon-Bon. So that's kind of implying they might be working on a Legends Legacy collection. But who knows, honestly. But it was in the active state rather than the archive state. There's that to consider, but I don't think they will want to announce a collection here because, well, if they announce a collection here, kaboom! It's gonna get buried under all the other big stuff, especially as we go into tomorrow with Nintendo. Like, yeah, unless it's at the Nintendo Direct itself, it's gonna get buried pretty hard. So that's not even worth it from a marketing perspective. If X-Dive got a Steam release, would you switch to that? Absolutely. I've been wanting that Steam release to happen because, God, BlueStacks is really laggy sometimes with X-Dive. That's the other thing. I'm going to predict no X-Dive here. I know everybody's waiting for that global version, but I'm not expecting that either. The global version of X-Dive, as it happens, is going to happen on, like, another time, on their own time. Hey, Neo, how you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Let us see what this showcase is all about. It's gonna be fun,
Yeah,
probably,
yeah, for
most
sure.
likely.
Well, Neo, do you have any
I bet
predictions for us?
they show. Yeah. I can predict that there are going to be games,
Probably. uh,
mainly mainly from the company called Capcom. You
mm,
know, probably some stuff like Resident Evil, Street Fighter,
Street Fighter.
Monster
Oh,
Hunter.
I don't know if the Street Fighter's gonna show up here. I mean, we might get the last DLC character for Street Fighter 5, but I don't think we're seeing 6. 6 is kind of in
Nah,
development hell
I
right
don't
now.
expect. I
Yeah.
don't expect. Uh, I don't expect Street Fighter 6 either.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah. Uh, as for games that is for sure gonna be at the show, they said we're gonna have Ace Attorney, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, the collection of the two Great Ace Attorney games. We're gonna get Monster Hunter Stories 2, Monster Hunter Rise, and Resident Evil Village, even though those last two games I mentioned, they're already out. So I'm thinking like DLC or update announcements for those two games, Rise and Village, if we get anything. Either that or it's just gonna be, hey, these
Yeah.
games exist. You should probably get them.
Being collection would be a good way to go to sleep peacefully today. Being real,
Yeah, I'm just not expecting Mega
but
Man. I'm gonna be the realist here.
mm, me neither. Me neither. You
Mm-hmm.
know, set the expectations low. Hell, in order to not get disappointed at all time. It is what it is.
Yeah, we're just gonna see what happens, and whatever happens, happens. I hope I'm proven wrong. Yeah, and Mega
Yeah,
Quint,
same.
yeah, Mega Quint brings up a good point. Monster Hunter Rise and Stories 2 just had its own direct like 2 weeks ago. We got a lot of Stories 2 information. We got the big update for Rise with like a new ending and some monsters and all that stuff. It's like, what can they show 2 weeks later? I don't know, but they want to show it.
Yeah. Another friend in the Discord server, in the ShadowRockZX Discord server, was talking about hoping for a Darkstalkers. Now that's aiming to the moon. Like,
Yeah, it is.
if if we think Mega Man is unlikely today, imagine something like Darkstalkers. It is really obscure. In any case, I think it's about 3 minutes
3 minutes still.
before it begins, right?
Yeah, so yeah,
I
let's get
think
our
so.
last predictions in there. What do you think is going to show up? That's outside of the four games we talked about.
Like I said, uh, well,
That's a good question.
really nothing else if not those four games that I
Mm-hmm.
talked about.
I'm with you there. I
What
think,
I hope for is
yeah.
BN to go to
Mm-hmm.
go to sleep peacefully today, but you know, nothing else. Really nothing. As I said, you know my modus operandi already, man. I'm just going to sit back, relax, and let them surprise me if they're going to do so. If not, well, it is what
Mm-hmm.
it is, and that's it.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah. I'm with you there though. Like
Yeah.
outside of the four games they mentioned before the show, I'm not really expecting anything beyond that. If I had to shoot for the moon, there is that rumored Resident Evil game called Resident Evil Outrage. It was leaked via the ransomware, and it looks like that one's going to be kind of a Resident Evil Revelations 3 with Rebecca Chambers, and it might be a timed exclusive for Switch. So I don't know if it'll even show up here. It might even be tomorrow at the Nintendo Direct, but that's something to look out for if they do it. But I know Village just came out, so again, it's hard to say.
Yeah. Also, I just noticed 318 people right now in the stream right now.
Yeah,
Actually, 322.
322 people about to get Omega disappointed. Y'all ready for this? Oh boy. Oh, Omega
What an
God.
accurate way to look at it.
329 people about to get their hopes
Can
crushed.
we make 420 viewers?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, this might just be
See.
like, hey, these games exist, get them. At least I'm glad Great Ace Attorney is gonna get some spotlight here. Ace Attorney is so good; it's one of my favorite series of all time. So I won't say no to that series getting some love. And hopefully more people will
That
get into the
went
series.
completely over my head. That went completely over my head. Ace Attorney. That's something I'm expecting, or wishing for.
Yeah, we're getting. Maybe they'll show the second game in the Great Ace Attorney collection because they only showed us the first game footage-wise. Yeah, I could see the second game being shown a little bit more. Anytime now. Are playing. It's already 4:30.
Oh boy.
There we go. 1 minute later.
Fun.
All right, let's see what happens. Capcom, please prove me wrong. I'm begging you, prove us wrong. Give us the goods.
Let's go. Let's go.
Please. Pray to Jesus Fude for the good stuff. Jesus Fude.
Welcome to the Capcom E3 Showcase. I'm your host, Rachel Querico, aka
Fude.
and I'll be your guide as we walk through the latest releases, news, and updates from
Alright,
Capcom.
let's see some
We'll
Ace
hear from the
Attorney,
Resident
Monster
Evil
Hunter,
Village
Capcom
team,
Pro Tour.
Share some news from the world of Monster Hunter, and get the latest on Ace Attorney. Then
Okay.
we'll wrap up with some updates from our friends at Capcom Fighters. So what
Oh,
are we waiting
Capcom
for?
Fighters.
Let's get started. Our
That's
first
another thing
stop
too.
today,
People want that
Resident Evil Village.
a new versus
The
game.
Resident Evil franchise continues to pioneer the latest and greatest in survival
Are we getting
horror.
DLC?
The team has been
What's the
blown
DLC?
away by the response to Resident Evil Village.
Are we
which
gonna fight
launched
BSAA?
last month. It brought the world another chapter in this decades-long story as the franchise celebrates its 25th anniversary this year.
So I don't know how long
I'm
this is
honored
gonna
to
be. It
able
might be
to
30
introduce
minutes, might be an
Tsuyoshi
hour.
Kondo,
I don't know.
Producer on Resident Evil Village, with a special message for the fans.
Okay, first off,
Okay, the village exists, so there you go. It is their biggest game.
Yeah.
So they said Village had the best launch of any game in 2021.
Yeah, the
so
biggest
far.
game at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, for real?
I think it's time you left things in my hands. Go on, rest.
This is the 30-second trailer. That's the launch trailer.
By the way, there is no echo right now.
Hi everyone,
right?
my name is Tsuyoshi Kanda,
Yeah, you're good.
producer on Resident Evil Village. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank
Nice.
everyone who's prayed since
It's
we
just
launched
like
the
this,
game in May. We hope you're enjoying this new chapter in survival horror. As a reminder, everyone who purchases Resident Evil Village will gain free access to our online multiplayer title, Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, where is
where players will
RE-verse?
head
It
to
hasn't
head
been out
with
yet.
Their favorite Resident Evil heroes and bioweapons. I'm now happy to announce that Resident Evil RE-verse will go live next month.
Okay, next month.
All supporting
RE-verse
platforms.
next month.
So head into the fray to celebrate the Resident Evil 25th anniversary.
It's like, yeah, where is that? It kind of comes with Village. So there you go. Development has just started on additional DLC for Resident Evil Village. There you go. So yeah, we might get that Chris versus
Thank you,
BSAA
Kanda-san,
story
for
after
that
all.
wonderful update. Next up, some long-awaited news from the world of Monster Hunter. Whether it's adventuring alongside monsters or battling them with friends, we've got something for you.
I know, like everybody
First,
expected
let's
that.
dive into the brand new story-based RPG entry to the series, Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin.
Okay. I mean, he showed us a lot of trailers recently. They actually did a trailer during Summer Game Fest. So that was just a few days ago.
This was his fate. Red may have been strong and skilled, but against the
I recognize
awesome
these
power of
monsters.
nature, he was merely a man. He never stood a chance.
All around, things just kept getting worse.
Yeah, that
I
person
heard
crying is some no
that
Mega
Guardian
Man.
Ratha had survived and returned to Hekolo Island. I went there to see Red's old monster again.
How to Train Your Rappalos. Yeah, that's stories in a nutshell.
Then, of course, that's when I met you.
You were given Red's kinship stone and now a Rathalos egg.
Boy, expecting Phantasy Star at Capcom? That's a Sega thing, ain't it?
This is the legendary monster, Razewing Ratha, the monster.
I also read in the
Said that a beat of its wings.
in the stream chat right now, somebody said Genshin Impact.
Many people believe
Wow, this is Monster.
Fam, this is Capcom. What are you
the
doing?
wings of ruin.
What are you doing here?
The pits are appearing everywhere.
Yeah,
And they're in
403
strange
viewers right now.
400 viewers getting Omega disappointed today.
403 people about, yeah, about to be very, very disappointed.
What's this whole idea of forming
Disappoint
kinship
shot
monsters?
now.
How do you control them?
Yeah, I wonder if a new Mario game would be announced by Capcom.
help riders of
Maybe
Hector.
Mario and Mega Man.
And the bonds between monsters and riders
Yeah.
are just like your bond with Tsukino.
No, it'll be Mario and Surbots. Mario and
What
Surbots.
kind of
There you
power
go.
does Ratha really have? Why are all of these pits appearing? And who are those people who want to take Ratha for themselves? All I have are questions.
If there's worry or doubt in your voice,
Yeah, I know. Like, there's been talk like if Stories 2 does well,
Get some
hopefully.
Rayman Legends recognition, but it will just be a Cerbot
I
X
can sense
Meteor
the flames
Collab.
of his life force weakening.
But if Stories 2 does well, hopefully Capcom does more RPGs like Battle Network,
So much for his
but
body.
also Breath of Fire and so on. Battle Network, Star Force. Where's my Star Force 4?
Can you hear it?
Riders can bond
Where's my
with
command mission?
monsters. Surely you
Command
can
Mission 2,
groove with
baby.
fellow humans.
They have the power of kinship. They're friends. They're monsties. Humans carry the strength of everyone they meet. That makes them strong. My friends here taught me that. I believe in the strength of humanity.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're even gonna get a mention of the Mega Man brand here. If anything, it'll be like, oh, Mega Man 11's on sale right now. XD. Free title updates. Oh, we got the Palamute. Nice. I like the Palamute. That's a good design.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we'll have Mega Man DLC. That's the announcement. That's your content. You get to wear a Mega Man helmet as you play Stories 2. Amiibo! Really milking the Amiibo
I didn't
line for
realize
Monster Hunter.
when wiki.
Looks pretty epic, right? And
Yeah.
how about that announcement? The K9
I
companion
didn't realize
Kaiju from
when we
Monster
hit
Hunter Rise
420
will be joining
viewers,
Monster
but right
Hunter
now we
Stories
are
2
at
as one of the new
454.
monsties in the
Jesus.
first free title
That's a
update.
lot.
Thanks for being
coming
here,
soon after
guys.
the
454
game's
people
release.
are about to
You can
be
get an
very
early peek at
disappointed.
the game
I
with
know,
the
right?
Monster Hunter Stories 2
But yeah.
Wings of Ruin trial version.
Yeah,
Starting April
Monsties, that's what they
25th.
call them in
Which also
Stories
carries
2.
your
It's
progress over
Monsties.
to the full game release just a few weeks
I guess
later on July
Monsties just
9th.
refers to a
That's not
tamed
the
monster.
only way to join the hunt. Millions of you made Monster Hunter Rise
But
a
that's a
huge
funny-
success
that's funny.
earlier this year. And we have even
That's
more
funny.
content coming, including a new collaboration on the Rise. Let's find out more.
Bonds.
Yeah, Quint, get in the VC, my boy.
It would be good to have more than 2 people.
Yeah.
Actually, where's the
Oh,
GP?
we got a
You will be
collab.
loving this Monster Hunter.
Oh, it's
content.
Rise. It's like, oh.
Oh, he says that his PC's Wi-Fi is pretty bad at this moment.
Dang.
That's
Sorry,
quick.
bro. That sucks.
My condolences, bro.
I feel you.
By the power of Grayskull. .1 already. They just announced 3.0 2 weeks ago. God, they work fast.
This fella's working fast, man.
Yeah, they're pumping out that Rise content.
Yeah.
Oh man, if you like Monster Hunter, wait until Wednesday. I'm just saying.
You think you can take on Rondine?
Wait. A lot of people in the IGN live stream chat were spamming Mega Man X7. My god.
There has never been a better time to be a Monster Hunter fan. With all the new updates
Yeah, no
to Monster
kidding.
Hunter Rise and the launch of Monster Hunter Stories 2 this
Monster
summer,
Hunter fans
we can't
got
wait to hear about
everything
your
this
own
year.
stories of adventure. Well, that's not
The
the only
Great
thing
Ace
Capcom has in store
Attorney
for us this July.
Chronicles. This is
Fans of Phoenix
good.
Wright will have new chapters to explore.
Yeah,
The
baby.
release of the Great
I'm actually really
Ace
excited
Attorney
for this one.
Chronicles. North American
Finally
and
getting
European
localized
future
officially.
attorneys will finally be able to get their hands on the Great Ace Attorney Adventures and the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, which were previously only available in Japan.
Yep.
You'll travel back in time to the late 19th century Japan and London to play as Ryunosuke Naruhodo, Phoenix Wright's ancestor, in this action-packed prequel. Now,
I love
let's
that
hear
they
more
didn't
about
mess the
story.
names, except for Herlock Sholmes because copyright. It is what it is. Herlock Sholmes.
To the center of the world.
Is this the?
Britain's mighty capital, London.
This country is
Yeah, this looks like the second game. No, this is the first game. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is when they first get to London.
So then, let us unravel this
Dope,
mystery
man. This
and
is really
discover
dope.
what events led to this curious murder.
Yeah, full disclosure, I played the first game with the fan translation. It's a good fan translation, but I'm curious to see what the differences are going to be between official and fan translation.
Well, what have we here?
I know like one of them is apparently when Naruto and Susato are talking privately, they're going to talk in Japanese, so they're going to be using like, you know, Japanese lingo, but when they're out in public in London, they're going to speak English and all that. That's like one of the main things that they talked about recently.
Your testimony completely contradicts the facts.
Objection! My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage!
Herlock Sholmes. It is what it is. Yeah, baby! Throw the confetti!
Nice.
Yeah, comes out next month. You guys need to buy it, alright? That's my mission for everybody in chat right now. Play Ace Attorney.
Now, we all want to see some gameplay, right? Let's take a closer first look at two gameplay features new to the franchise in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles: Dance of Deduction and Summation Examination.
Alright. Enjoy the band. No, I'm joking.
Hello, I'm Jonathan, Capcom's marketing brand manager for the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
So this is the capital of Great Britain.
Where to?
The Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
The Capcom team is thrilled to present two new gameplay features, Dance of Deduction and Summation Examination.
Dance of Deduction.
Coming to the Ace Attorney series.
While investigating to prove your client's innocence, players will come across conspicuous situations that require further examination.
Yeah, the trilogy is a good way to get into the series for sure. It's on Switch, it's on PlayStation 4, it's on Xbox. I have a review as well on the channel.
Good stuff. Honestly, you're going to be in a game that will make you think.
a grandiose
Oh yeah, for
yet
sure.
flawed series
Of course, this one in particular has story mode where the game kind of plays itself for you. I mean, if you're into that, there you go. This is just a deep dive into the first game. I haven't seen much from the second game, so when I play the second game, that's gonna be new to me. But I'll say the first game, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, it's pretty good. It's like a solid 8 or 9. I liked it a lot.
Ryunosuke and Susato will then discuss to correct the flaws in Herlock's deductions. At this point, players will be prompted to search for clues that help identify the errors
Yeah, it's not
in the
bad.
detective's logic and reveal the
It
truth
helps
to
that
the
this
mystery.
was the Great Ace Attorney games were made by like the original creator of Ace Attorney. So like he is the one behind the story this time.
Players present new
Whereas like
evidence
it was like a
observations,
different team working
Herlock will
on
amend his deductions
the
based on the new
Apollo
information.
trilogy, we could call it.
Upon uncovering the truth,
Hmm.
Ryunosuke and Herlock enter into a semi-metaphorical, semi-literal dance that brings them to the conclusion of the dance of deduction.
Let's tinker then says, I'm late here, but what is this game? This is the Great Ace Attorney Trinity. Good stuff.
Yeah, they're all solid games, I agree. We're not expecting Mega Man news today. That's my prediction. But I hope I'm proven wrong.
Yeah.
Well, right now we've gotten through Village, we've gotten through Rise and Stories 2. We're on Ace Attorney right now. I don't know how much time they're going to spend on this. But either the presentation is going to end after this or we're getting something new. Wow, they just outright spoiled the game right here. I mean, it is only the second case, but that's a spoiler, dude. Come on, Capcom. Spoiling the game.
In courtroom battles, players will attempt to convince 6 jurors of the innocence of their client.
All for the sake of showing
Progress will be
details.
displayed and represented by
And
2
these fellas
scales
are
of justice,
spoiling
one
fun.
black representing a guilty
Yeah.
verdict, and one white representing a not guilty verdict.
Objection!
In summation examination, take the stand to face off against the jurors, all of whom provide explanations as to why they've reached their guilty verdict.
Yeah, so if,
thing that
You'll have to
that I gotta-
identify conflicting statements and
This is
One thing that I
something-
gotta point out for all
What's
the
that?
people
Examine
that
each statement
are
carefully
out there
and
unfamiliar
select 2
with Ace
contradicting
Attorney,
jurors to call out the flaws in their
spoilers are a pretty easy way to ruin your game experience in this
Yeah,
particular game.
Ace Attorney is
Even if
so
you care about them,
story-driven. Like,
yeah.
you don't want
Even if you
spoilers.
don't care about them, yeah.
Be ready to provide
Definitely.
evidence from the court
It can ruin the
That's going
game.
to ruin.
claims.
That's going to ruin your thinking
Successfully
about the
point out one of these
cases.
contradictions among the
Mhm.
jurors.
So
Maybe
yeah.
if you already know who done it, then what's the point?
With a slam of their fist, each juror you
Yeah.
persuade will
But,
send a fiery ball towards the scales above and literally tip the scales of justice in your favor.
I was gonna say this thing right here
Bring
is
each
kind of an idea
contradiction to
they're
light,
taking
persuade the
from
jury,
the Professor Layton and Ace Attorney crossover, where they had like multiple witnesses at once to, cross-examine.
This has just been a small taste of the exciting new
And then they have like the jury system that's kind of hinted at Apollo Justice. They had it for like one case, but now it's like on full display here.
diehard fans alike. Thanks for watching.
It already seems like I have a bunch of games to catch up on. There are some exciting new adventures and titles to look forward to. Well, that's a look at the new premieres from Capcom.
Yeah, we got
What
10
about
minutes
esports?
left and they still have
Let's close
esports
out
left.
today's showcase with a few words from 2 of the stars of Capcom Fighters, Rob TV and Vicious. They'll tell us
Well,
what's been going on with
you know,
Capcom Esports
they told us
right
up
updated
front.
on
You
the
can't
Capcom
blame
Pro
them.
Tour,
They told us up
Show
front
World
what
Open,
it's going to
Street
be.
Fighter League, and all the other content on Capcom Fighters. Over to you guys.
It is what it is, guys. I told y'all. No
Yeah.
Mega Man.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Capcom Esports presentation for E3 2021. My name is Vicious, commentator for the Capcom Pro Tour as well as Street Fighter League.
They might do like the
Speaking of
DLC
that,
here for Street Fighter 5.
Rob TV. What's going on, Rob?
If anything.
Goodness, Vicious.
Yeah.
Host extraordinaire. That just sounds beautiful. It has a ring to it. And I think that's the perfect word to describe what we have for everyone today. Street Fighter 5, Capcom E3.
People
It just feels right.
going
You
wild
feel
in the
the
chat right
electricity in the
now.
air. Nice. No.
This was to be expected.
We expected
This was to
it.
be expected.
This is exactly according to
Don't
Ren.
You're going to waste precious finger stamina just typing on that keyboard saying stuff like "screw Capcom" and stuff like that. It ain't worth it.
Just you guys need to know there is stuff coming, but it's gonna take time. They're just not ready to announce it yet. Like, I think Capcom, in my opinion, is one of the developers that got hit the hardest by COVID, because they were hinting about all these Battle Network stuff for the 20th anniversary. It got super delayed due to COVID. So that's just one of those things where, what can you do? I think COVID definitely hit this E3. Like, I know last E3, it basically didn't happen. But this E3, like, COVID still is showing its effects, as developers don't really have as much to show as they might have on a normal year. And that's what happens when you lose essentially a year of development time.
Yeah, the fact that companies cannot work at full capacity goes to show how the final product can be affected big time. Like, you see stuff like with the PS5s being low in stocks, and all the case about the scalpers. Well, it's all because of COVID. Not enough production in order to satisfy the demand.
Yeah.
All the competitive studying you would need to become a successful Street Fighter 5 player, as well as catching some of the community-focused content that we have on Capcom.
Honestly, the Ubisoft conference, it felt like they only had a handful of games, but they had to stretch it out over an hour or an hour and a half. But they didn't seem like they had a lot. And then you have the Xbox conference when you have like all these games. Like, I swear, like half of them were 2022 or beyond. They were not ready for this year. That's COVID in action, man.
Because normally we only have 1v1 content.
We'll see what happens with Nintendo.
Your teammates at your back, and every decision that you make is not just about you anymore.
It is what it is. Honestly, we as consumers can only do so much but to support the product.
Let's not forget.
Like, right now, devs are just trying to push through things that are already deep in development, rather than saying, like, with the exception of like Xbox had Starfield right at the beginning, where they're like, okay, that's like Omega next year, end of next year.
To commemorate this event, everyone who logged in
Yeah, but besides that, I haven't seen a lot of that at the C3.
Dojo object. You do not want to miss this.
I highly recommend everyone to stay
Aside from like that one RPG that's 2023.
updates on the Capcom Fighters channel.
And again, we've had so many events so far. We started off with the Japan region.
By the way, ShadowRock, you remember that strategy shooter that we saw yesterday, that they actually showed twice in the PC gaming show and once in the Future Games show? You know, Chernobyl. I ended up getting an early access copy.
I saw that. It's pretty epic.
Yeah. Dope.
So yeah. Like, if you came in here expecting Mega Man, you were only lying to yourself. Let's be real. It's not ready yet. This is exactly what we expected from day one. They said, hey, we're doing Monster Hunter, we're doing Resident Evil, we're doing Ace Attorney. That's it. Like, we're focusing on those games today. Don't complain. Yeah, people are gonna complain anyways, but I mean, they set the expectations from the beginning, so you can't really blame them.
See how this plays out on the road to Capcom Cup. Remember to check
You know,
out
man, when I joined,
Twitch and
when I
YouTube
was
channels
thinking about what was the first thing that I was going to say when I joined this BC,
That's a wrap.
it was going to be that at the first
Resident Evil
that at the first match you made of Mega Man, I was going to say, who's Mega Man? You mean Megan Fox?
No, that's the same. This lady is called Seltzer, or that's her username.
Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, and Monster Hunter Rise. And don't forget to go back in time with the great
Yeah, don't forget to play Ace Attorney. I'm telling you, chat, it's good. I swear.
Finally, don't miss out on the esports fun. Make sure you catch the latest matches with Capcom Fighters. There really is something for everyone here today. But don't go anywhere yet. Join the conversation on Twitter and make sure you check out the Capcom virtual booth on the E3 portal to watch all these videos again and more. I'm Rachel Querico, aka Seltzer. Thank you for being part of the Capcom experience.
They didn't even go a full 30 minutes. If it was 30 minutes, we'd have like 4 minutes left. Well, what can I say? I wanted them to prove me wrong, and they didn't, so it is what it is.
No, it's the same. It's the same as always, you know.
Yeah, same as usual.
Just set the expectations.
Mega Man's almost never announced at E3. I don't think it's ever been announced at E3. Has to be expected.
Yeah. Mega Man, don't get us wrong, people. Mega Man is alive. Mega Man is getting content.
But it got pushed back.
It's still not big enough.
Yeah, it's coming. It's just gonna be another year. That's definitely the case here. All right, well.
My God, it was.
Well, here's how I feel about this presentation.
Wow, it's absolutely nothing.
There you go. That's that.
My rating for this presentation is 69 out of 420.
I rate this. I can't even rate this. It's just what I expected from the beginning. There's nothing I can say. We got the Resident Evil DLC, which I expected. Monster Hunter Rise 3.1. A little deep dive into Ace Attorney, Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. That's it, man.
Yeah. Man, look at the chat right now. People are wilding. People are wilding. Guys, don't worry. E3 is never Mega Man.
Wow, I was right. What a shocker.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it wasn't all that.
You guys gotta understand. I really wanted to be proven wrong, though. I didn't want to be right. You had one job, Capcom. You had one job. I made so many mistakes in my content over the last month. I wanted this to be another mistake. I wanted this to be another thing I predicted wrong. Capcom had one job to prove me wrong. They didn't do it. So, that's it. That's the show.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
But yeah, we're still gonna have to wait on Rockman Tyson whenever we see that. At this point, I'm thinking we might not see it this year at all. But if we do, maybe December, like Mega Man 11, where they announced it for the anniversary. That's all I got.
Hello, Deb says, I'm late. Is there a Mega Man game? Who's Mega Man? Do you mean Megan Fox?
well, she's not Megan Fox, but I guess she looks like her. I guess. Yeah, here's the thing though, guys. I can't even say this presentation was garbage or trash. It was literally just what we expected. Here we got our updates, and in that way they accomplished their mission. They got out there what they needed to get out there, so I can't even blame them for that.
It wasn't completely bad.
Yeah.
In terms of a Capcom consumer. A Capcom consumer that likes Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, that likes Street Fighter, that likes esports, and stuff like that. I understand that the main demographic of this channel is Mega Man, but Capcom is not only Mega Man. I mean, I don't know what are you guys expecting.
Twins.
Yeah, I'm disappointed too. I wish Mega Man was bigger, but it is what it is. In the end of the day, we can only support the product. Do we want more Mega Man? Gotta buy more Mega Man.
But at the same time, this presentation was just a recap of things they already announced.
Yep. Like
the only new thing was that Village was getting DLC. That was it.
Was 3.1 new as well?
Then again, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but that's the kid. That just really could just be dedicated to another Monster Hunter Direct, and it's very minor compared to what we got in the last updates.
Yeah, obviously something new would have been hype and all, and maybe we'll get something at the Nintendo Direct tomorrow. Because sometimes I know like 2019 they had Resident Evil's coming to the Switch and stuff, so it's not out of the window, but we'll see. I just saying, like, they told us straight up, here's the games that's gonna be there. And that's what they did. At least they were honest. That's all I can give them.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't the best idea for the publishers to have their own directs.
Yeah. I feel like they could have done RE Village at the Xbox One. They could have saved Monster Hunter Rise 3.1 for the Nintendo Direct. Honestly speaking, Capcom didn't need to do their own show.
It was mostly just filling out the time by just having a longer trailer for stories, which is just like all the other Stories 2 trailers where it's like 90% cutscenes.
Yep.
And basically it's spoiling a bit of the Great Ace Attorney.
And they spoiled part of Case 2. What the heck, guys? You didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
Like,
they were really filling up the time.
Like, the Ace Attorney fans were going to be there anyways.
That was
what the heck? I don't know.
Yeah, that was the little spoiler in Case 2 was a big downside.
I don't know. Well, yeah, the next D3 presentation I'm doing is Nintendo tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central. That should be fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's better than this one.
To me, Future Games Show and PC Gaming Show still remains the best one. Followed by Xbox and Bethesda.
Mm-hmm. I will say though, my favorite show today was Limited Run Games. It had some cool stuff like River City Girls, both 0 and 2. It's getting a sequel. The Shantae games are coming to PS5. They're doing physical for all these cool retro games and new ones. That was a cool show. They had some good stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't react to it because I didn't think about it. I do regret it though, in hindsight.
Master Pikachu has said probably my favorite thing in the stream chat today so far. Hyper responsibly, everyone. That's true.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Just know that Mega Man's not dead. stuff is coming. In fact, we're getting a collaboration announcement on Wednesday for Rockman X Dive. If you're interested in that. Like I said, if you like Monster Hunter, stay tuned. But you guys got any last thoughts before we wrap it up?
Not at all. Not regarding the Capcom showcase, at least. Probably, well, regarding the showcases of tomorrow from Nintendo, well, I can expect that there's a lot of people that are going to be happy about a lot of stuff there.
As they
what
always
they showed. Yeah, but I personally, I am not a big. Actually, I'm a small consumer if it comes to Nintendo. But I'm looking forward to the Bandai one. Looking forward a lot to that one.
Hoping they make more use of their Namco part of their library, not just more licensed anime stuff.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do Bandai as well.
It's like I like my Gundam games and all, but I'd like some more, the Namco side, not just Tales.
Yeah, well, yeah. As for Capcom, we expected nothing, we got nothing. Oh well.
It's absolutely nothing.
Honestly, the biggest disappointment is that they ended with a Pro Tour.
I know, right? You would think
end with Ace Attorney at least. Why the Pro Tour?
I don't know. I guess they really want to push Street Fighter.
We're milking every last drop we can from this game before we put it on the shelf.
I know, they keep coming out with special editions for it. What the heck? Like, let's let it die already.
Well, they can't let it die until Street Fighter 6 is in a stable condition.
I guess.
Because that's the whole reason Street Fighter 5 got its last batch of DLC characters.
Yeah, you can't disappoint the fighting community. I get that.
I mean, they've been doing it enough for like the past 10 years.
Well, okay, I worded that wrong. I mean, you gotta keep putting out the content so the fighting game community still has things to come back to. Whether it sucks or not.
They could bring back Marvel 2.
Yeah, I will say RE8 DLC is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. It's not much of a highlight, but that's my highlight.
Well, hey, you know what? We may not have gotten Mega Man here, but there is something new you can play if you want your Mega Man fix, and it's called Star Force DX.
Hey yo!
Oh yeah! Shout out Star Force DX. A pretty big improvement from the base game, and shout out Professor 9 who made it.
Seriously, this dude's a freaking wizard.
You're a wizard, Prof.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Yeah. If you are interested, Mega Quint is streaming Star Force DX, or he was. Are you still doing it? Are you gonna do the post game?
Yeah. I took my first step in, like, right after the credits, said, "Hoo boy!"
Yeah, as for me, I just got past the Ophiuka scenario on my own streams. I stream Star Force DX every Saturday if you're interested. That's going to be my thing every Saturday until I finish it. And then Rockman X Dive on Wednesday.
Really?
Oh, God. Wait. I don't know if I'm doing Dive on Wednesday unless the collaboration drops that day. I don't know.
It will be the first time they announced it and drop it on the same day, because the video says they're announcing it on Wednesday.
Right. That's the thing. Maybe. But, God, see, Wednesday's going to be so busy because not only are we getting that, we're getting Blaster Master 03, a 03 demo, and something else. I feel like there was something else I'm forgetting. But Wednesday's gonna get
apart
packed.
from that,
Well, we're getting Dive, but we're also getting Blaster Master 03 and something else. I swear to God, there was something else interesting. I just can't think of it right now.
did you talk about it in the cupboard?
Maybe? No, I don't know. If I remember it,
yeah,
I'll make a tweet about it or something. Opinion on the
it
next
is
Mega Man
what it
game.
is.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know what it is. Rockman Tyson can mean a lot of things, like matches, battles. But I mean, you can speculate. Oh, is it a fighting game? Is it Super Robot Wars? I don't know, man.
We have really had a strategy game since Rockman Strategy.
I even forgot that existed.
For good reason.
Yeah. All I know is that Tsuchiya, the current producer of Mega Man, he had a game in mind. He wanted to make a certain game before 11 was conceived. And he said in an interview he still wants to do it. So maybe the Tyson is that game. Yeah. That's it.
Martha Zero says, Shadowrock, have you seen the new video of Mega Man X Corrupted?
I did. Corrupted is like my most highly anticipated fan game of all time. Now, if only it would just come out. But it does look hype. It looks so good. I really want to play it so bad, but I don't know if I'll ever get to. He just keeps adding more and more. When does it ever end?
Mm-hmm.
And will it still be a Mega Man game when it does release?
That's a good question.
Because you know how much he fears competing with an actual game when it's announced.
Yeah. Wasn't it like one time he said if X9 is announced, he's going to cancel Corrupted?
He's amended that statement to say that he's going to rebrand it to a not Mega Man game.
I gotcha.
And oh boy, rebranding it will take a lot of effort.
Well, he already has an OC character in there. That's playable, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep, a third character who uses a gun and can aim.
Yeah, that's the thing about Corrupted. It kind of pretends that X7 doesn't exist, or X6, because it's after X5, isn't it?
Alternate timeline.
Yep.
JKP's also gone on record as saying he does not like Axel at all.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I got nothing else to say. The only thing that I got to say is that right now in the Razer conference, the AMD Razer laptop that they showed looks really good.
That's good.
But that's about it.
All right. I just wanted to clear up one thing. When I say Rockman Tyson, it's spelled Taisen. It's a Japanese name.
Commonly translated as Wars.
Yeah, like Rockman Wars or Rockman Match. Some people have been saying.
Yeah. We were talking about Mike Tyson in the
Mike Tyson
in the dream chat.
Mega Man featuring Mike Tyson.
I'm kind of disappointed. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that nobody mentioned Tyson Fury, but it's.
I don't know.
Tyson.
That's the biggest mystery right now. What is this game? We'll just have to wait and find out.
That's a good question.
Oh, by the way,
I hope it has good on.
we had a bit of a shocker last night. A mobile game that had been announced like 8 or 9 months ago, just kind of like people found it, and it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
how did everybody miss this until now? But it's a game called Rockman XZ, and has like some Japanese text that roughly translates to Time Rift, but also Chinese and Japanese.
Yeah.
Best way to tease Mega Man ZX fans: switch the letters.
Yep. So
I haven't seen your Mega News video, but that reminds me of one of the titles of one of the Ratchet and Clank games.
I said the same thing in my video about it. If you want to check it out on the channel, it's live right now. I said it reminded me of Rift Apart.
Gonna crack in time.
You gotta check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, like someone who tipped me the announcement said they translated it to crack in time.
At least they didn't use clock blockers. But straight, I'm almost fearing that at some point in the future we're gonna have a mobile game for every sub-series running at the same time.
It's looking more and more like it. And then Proto Dude was just talking about Mega Man Runner game that got canceled, but it was in development at one point. They're really hitting hard on the mobile, which is understandably concerning. But you gotta keep in mind, Dive and this Time Rift game is meant for the Chinese market. Capcom really wants to get into that Chinese mobile market for the sweet, sweet money. That's their main goal right now. And you know, they think Mega Man's the way to do it, I guess.
Well, what I've seen of the DMC game, they seem to be pretty competent at replicating that experience. You still be pretty stylish in that game, arguably with moves that aren't even in the original games.
Yeah, they said they wanted to make the console experience like that. It translates the console experience to the phone, kind of like X-Dive tries to do.
But this time it's going to be Mega Man Zero.
Maybe. There's an X, there's a Z, and they look exactly like the respective logos. It's actually by Nebula Joy, which is now being backed by Tencent as one of their shareholders. So it's not from Tencent, but like a developer that's backed by Tencent.
And no, excuse me, no hype announcements. It is just a recap of things we already know about.
Yep. Like, if you remember the 4 games they said they're going to focus on, that's exactly what we got, plus some esports stuff.
And what's worse, they're still not saving Marvel Infinite.
Nope. All about that Street Fighter. Yeah, we're just having a post discussion here, wallowing in the disappointment.
Yeah. And the kind of silent discussion, because honestly, there's little to cover.
Yeah, I think I'm tapped out right now, and there's nothing else to say.
Yeah. I'm out of I'm out of ideas.
Yeah, they said that they're gonna do a thing, and they did the thing. Can't complain. I mean, I can, but it's no point.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Those of you who came in, those of you who stuck around, we appreciate you all the same. I have been ShadowRock.
I've been MegaQuint.
I've been Neil Claire.
And stay tuned to ShadowRockZX for more Mega Man. We do have both Rockman X Style on Wednesday and Blastmaster 03 on Wednesday. We got the Nintendo Direct tomorrow. And Mega Man Star Force DX on Saturday if you're interested. Until then, rock on. Have a great day or night.
Oh, Elden Ring. It burns.
DK64 tomorrow. Plus.